Hello there everyone. So this Diwali season I splurged a little. I got myself the iPad Pro 13-inch with the famed M4 processor and this ESR case to go along with it, which I've really liked so far. We'll begin with our iPad versus MacBook comparison right away, and you'll simultaneously get to witness this ESR case in use, showcasing all the viewing angles and positions it offers. आइए शुरू करते हैं आज तक के सबसे sleek iPad की looks और form factor से. So if we talk about the weight, in case of the new iPad, you have two OLED panels which are stacked together and the weight is still 579 grams. Compare it with the 10-inch iPad, that goes to 483 grams. And then you have iPad mini, which comes down to 293 grams. And if you compare it with the MacBook, of course, it is a clear winner because the MacBook is at 1.24 kgs and you've got 579 grams on the iPad. Speaking of typing on the 2024 13-inch iPad is as close as it gets to the typing experience on a 13-inch MacBook as it can. Well, almost. It's just slightly undersized. Here's the comparison. So the Magic Keyboard for 2024 13-inch iPad Pro has a typing area width of approximately 10.74 inches. However, the on-screen keyboard for the same 2024 iPad has a typing area width of approximately 9.63 inches. So the difference between the two modes is just 1.1 inches. On the other hand, if you talk about a standard 13-inch MacBook, the keyboard typing area width is approximately 11.2 inches. It has an edge over the Magic Keyboard just by 0.46 inches. And compared to the on-screen keyboard of the 13-inch iPad, the MacBook keyboard is wider by 1.57 inches, which translates to 4 centimeters. Conclusion, अगर आप Magic Keyboard में invest नहीं करते हैं, of course you end up saving about 32,000 rupees. ऐसे में आपके पास 2 options हैं. पहला, आप on-screen keyboard use कर सकते हैं. बस बात सिर्फ आदत डालने की है, क्योंकि Magic Keyboard से इसका typing area 1.1 inches कम है, which can be quite a bit for muscle memory. But if you master the on-screen keyboard, portability factor and economy go to their highest. Your second option is to buy a much cheaper Bluetooth keyboard like the Logitech K580, the one that I am using. It has a typing area slightly larger than the MacBook at 11.5 inches compared to 11.2 on the MacBook. And I don't mean to oversell it, but iski tactile feeling मुझे Magic Keyboard से भी अच्छी लगी, and it cost me just 3,200 rupees with all that robust metal construction. The only downside is कि ये आपको अलग से carry करना पड़ेगा. Then, talking about the display, comparing the displays of a 13-inch MacBook with the 2024 iPad Pro कई areas में excel करता है. इसका Liquid Retina display higher resolution offer करता है. That's at 2732 by 2048 pixels compared to the MacBook at 2560 by 1600 pixels, making for a more vibrant viewing experience. Additionally, the 13-inch iPad Pro features ProMotion technology, जो ज़्यादा smoother refresh rate देता है up to 120 Hz, जो कि gaming में और Apple Pencil की drawing में फ़ायदा देगा. Moreover, मैट एंटी रिफ्लेक्टिव कोटिंग होने की वजह से iPad स्क्रीन कम रिफ्लेक्टिव हो चुकी है कंपेयर टू द मैकबुक. ब्राइटनेस की बात करें तो iPad Pro कैन गो अप टू 600 nits while 13-inch MacBook ranges between 400 to 500 nits, making the iPad brighter. Conclusion on the display. So if you are a creative, a gamer, a photographer or a Netflix buff, you are in for a more pleasant visual experience on the iPad because of the greater depth and detail. लेकिन अभी decision मत लीजिएगा जब तक हम performance की बात ना कर लें. Finally, coming to the performance, मैं आपको numbers में नहीं उलझाऊंगा because you can get the tech specs at the click of a button or the tap of a screen. काफ़ी comparative study करने के बाद मैं इस conclusion पर पहुंचा हूं कि अब M4 iPad ने 13-inch MacBook और iPad के बीच का gap बहुत कम कर दिया है. So here's the thing, अगर आपकी daily usage 5 to 6 hours है and you use medium to heavy apps like video editing, graphic design and gaming with high-end graphics, the iPad will do just fine. Not just fine, I'd say it's more than enough. So I'm hinting at the creative individuals here, namely content creators, designers, artists, and even gamers. Using video editing apps like Final Cut Pro, VN Editor, and photo apps like Canva and pro audio tools like Logic Pro, etc. will be a breeze. On the other hand, however, अगर आपकी यूजेज लॉन्गर आवर्स की है और आप हैवी रिसोर्स इंटेंसिव एप्स यूज़ करने वाले हैं, फॉर इंस्टेंस आप फाइनल कट पर घंटों विदाउट ब्रेक एडिटिंग कर रहे हैं बिकॉज यू आर अ प्रोफेशनल एडिटर, और यू डू हैवी गेमिंग फॉर आवर्स बिकॉज यू मे बी अ डेवलपर, अ प्रोफेशनल गेमर और अ टेस्टर, देन मैकबुक्स आर फॉर यू. वाई? फॉर थर्मल रीजंस. लगभग इक्वल कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस के बावजूद भी मैकबुक्स, the Pro versions, can perform better because they are equipped with active cooling systems which include fans. This allows the MacBook Pro to sustain higher performance levels under heavy workloads such as video editing or 3D rendering by effectively dissipating heat. So the conclusion of this, if you are a professional with sustained heavy usage, go for a MacBook Pro. For everybody else, the 13-inch iPad Pro M4 is more than enough. Cheers.